All is not lost, but we are to keep our attention to the north. Let me explain. All right, guys, so hi, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is our reading for the week of January 15th, 2018. I'm going to get right into the auto right here. Let's just do it. It is upon us. More and more strife will be seen, but you are so much stronger now, dear ones. All is not, and they put capital, like they really emphasized it, capitalization and underlined, all is not lost. So of course in this week, we're, recovering all over the world. We've been talking about earthquakes, guys, earthquakes. It did not come up in the writing here, but there was a general message that there's just going to be all kinds of natural things happening. We're going to see a lot of, obviously, weather. That's going to keep on keeping on, right? We're seeing extreme weather in the Midwest. We're seeing now landslides in California. There are volcanoes erupting all over the place. There was an earthquake in Northern California, when was it, a week ago or so? A 4.4 magnitude earthquake. We're going to be seeing more of that. There's also going to be more unrest. We keep seeing, or I keep seeing, the Pacific Northwest. A lot of unrest there. This could be natural stuff. This could be something involving the police as well. So keep an eye on that. People acting out. And the thing is that people are getting agitated in their energies because just like animals are attuned to the earth, so are we. We live here. This is our place, man. So we're very connected to the spirit of this earth. So when we know stuff's about to go down, we start feeling that agitation as well. Now, if somebody is an unhealthy individual, this will cause them to act out. All right. Now, I'm not saying in the Pacific Northwest that that's necessarily going to happen. New England, you need to watch it too. You've got some stuff going on up there. That feels more like still more weather stuff, but that's not uncommon. It's Maine up there, like the Northeast, New England going into the Northeast. Maine is up there. They get snow. I mean, nothing dazzling in that message, I suppose. All right. Please be strong in your continuing faith, for we are here with you. So some people might start to feel this week that they are being weakened, that, oh my gosh, I just can't take another thing. I just can't listen to another thing on the news or, whatever. And I feel you. Again, I will look into things in the news when it's brought to my attention, but I generally don't go in and, look for things, you know what I mean? So, and again, even when you guys reach out to me and say, hey, did you know that this was happening? And but no, I didn't, So anyway, so continuing faith, stay strong, all right? Saturation. Weird word to come up in an auto, right? Right? So it says that the ground is saturated. Yeah, California, hello. The ground is saturated, and what is upon the earth reflects what is upon your hearts. Are you heavy with regret? So are you saturated with negative emotions? Are you saturated with grief? Are you saturated with sorrow? Is it a time of questioning your actions? What have you allowed to go on for too long? What ideas are to be changed? revolution is upon you. Now, as they were, you remember, I'm still human, so I have my little jumping to conclusions thing that I do, just like everybody does, I suppose. But when I was hearing this, you know, if you guys watch me at all, and I'll start doing more vlogs, I'm going to start vlogging for this channel as well. But, you know, some of the hot button topics for me would be women's rights and how we're perceived and how people are trying to diminish what's happening right now. I've been sexually harassed, okay? Let me strongly join Me Too. I have, and I think it's amazing when people get up there and they start talking about some of the abuses that they've suffered at the hands of people who are abusing their power. You know what I mean? So as this was coming up, I know, you know, me as a human, I was kind of like over here, not like I leave my body, but stand aside a little bit. I started kind of wondering, is it something like that? Are we going to be seeing more stuff with this, this woman's revolution? Is it going to stick this time? Or are we just going to have like a few little rights and then we go back to the old way it was? Or are we going to have a lot of fighting and like, oh, fine, women, you want to be independent, then we're going to step all over you and, you know, do it yourself then, you know, or where people are almost like rebelling and throwing fits because women want to be treated like humans. Or rolling their eyes and sighing like, oh, this again, you know. So that was kind of what was starting to come up for me. Now that is separate from what the message was, but I feel the need to talk about that here and bring it up. Remember, as I'm explaining the auto write, I'm still allowing some inspiration to flow through here, and I am inspired to put that out there. So even the response to that right now is, it's part of it. It's part of it. It's one little thing, but it's not the whole of it. So it could be on individual levels, we are starting to feel some regret. Now, a lot of people might go, oh no, you're supposed to live a life of no regrets. Okay, can we just all get real for a second here? Okay, you're going to have things that you regret in your life, but this feels a little bit deeper. What we're going to call regret is actually us waking up a little bit more. Okay, so I don't know, this feels like it's too much to get into, but as we start to awaken to how we've behaved in the past, how have we been insensitive to others? Oh my gosh, I've done that too. Oh gosh, that isn't very nice to do that to other people or to see them in that light. Or, you know, maybe I could have handled that a little bit better, or so on and so forth. So please, I'm spending some time with this because this can have a very rippling effect. And if you don't keep in your faith, if you don't stand strong, the regret could overtake you. And then with all the stuff that's going on in the world already, you could be in this very weakened space. So as things come up, if you start to have some negative emotions around it, or you start to beat yourself up, catch yourself, okay? Great time to journal. Do some writing yourself, you know? Put it down. Why, you know, maybe for you it's, why did I do that? Or why am I feeling guilt around that right now? Get it out, get it cleansed, get it flowing away, okay? All right, back to this. Revolution is upon you. So things are overturning left, right, and center. And as these revolutions happen, this also felt a lot like politics as well. Well, we're just getting sick and tired of this method of division, okay? Now, wherever you are in the world, I'm sure politics maybe get translated in a different way, but there's, it's all over the world. There's a lot of like, I don't know if there's gonna be like huge, like actual revolutions going on and sparking around the world, but dang it, people are standing up and going, nope. You know what? Nope. And no, you're not going to silence us. Okay. So it says, this need not lead to war. This will be dependent upon you. So this could be on an individual level. It could be on a worldwide stage as well. So one of the things that we're talking about here is like, you don't need to, like if on an individual level, if some people are starting to feel regret and then they want to blame other people and say, well, if you hadn't done this, then I wouldn't have reacted this way, and blah, 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 you know, so on and so forth. Some of us are going to have to work through that process. That's fine. But this, in a world frame of mind, if we're going there, it might be a touchy week. It might be a very touchy week. There might be, I feel like there are these plans that are kind of working behind the scenes. I'm talking on government levels, and they're falling apart. They're falling apart because people have their eyes open now and they're going, excuse me, what's that crack in the plan? What is that? No, you're not going to walk away. Explain that. What is that? And the best laid plans are starting to crumble. Now, that doesn't mean that there's going to be a long-term effect on this. I feel like just for this week, there's just some things that are being shifted. And what we might see on the surface is this idea of, okay, you know, basically what happened is somebody messed up. They messed up some plan, and yet they're going to blame another country, or they're going to blame some other ruler or something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like there's a story that we're being told, there's something going on behind the scenes, and this might, I don't know, it kind of makes me wonder if this isn't going to be something that comes out that is made as an excuse to go to war, or if there's talk of war. But notice what it says here. It says it's dependent upon you. We are the ones that have the true power, right? So we don't have to give in to that fear. You know, remember, fear amplifies everything. So if you're fearful of war, you live in that fear, you're helping contribute to a warlike energy in the world. Don't do it, okay? Just remember, peace. Meditate upon peace this week. We can stop what's happening, okay? So yes, we have humans that are kind of acting out. We have humans that are going out there and maybe doing some shady things or whatever. But ultimately, again, we have the power to decide how this is going to play out, okay? And that's with your energy and keeping it pure, okay? Good. Lead not with a heavy heart. That's what we're saying, like cleanse and detoxify that. Rather with light. It is the more power... No, that's not what it says. Can't read my own handwriting. We're going to have to deal with this on a weekly basis. I'm sorry. All right, because it just scribbles out when I'm doing this. It is more powerful than the dark you have fed your power to unknowingly. So for a long time, we've just been buying into stuff, and you still see people who buy into it, right? Even when we're seeing these revolutions, we're seeing things being overturned. We're seeing people have more of a voice. You still have people who are just so like, I don't want to change. And they have this almost auto response, which almost, it just doesn't even make sense. It's like, why are you still defending people that are against you? Like, what? Or why are you, I've heard women getting upset, just as an example, getting upset with women who are coming out and speaking up about sexual harassment. Why would you be mad about that? Like, even if it didn't affect you, like, if somebody's been through something, they're allowed to talk about it, and they shouldn't feel ashamed for speaking up, right? So that's just one example. There are tons of others, but let's keep going on here. I want to read that sentence once more. It is more, so we're talking about lead with light is essentially what they're saying. It is more powerful than the dark you have fed your power to unknowingly. All right. Be strong, loves. I don't know what that means. Be strong, loves, and all will come to pass and in peace. Oh, no, and in peaceful, what? Harmony again. Dang. Do y'all see my handwriting? It's terrible. Let me try that again. Be strong. I think it's supposed to be loved ones or loves. And all will come to pass in peaceful harmony again. You will be better for these things. So it's part of the learning process. It's part of our journey, I guess, in what we're going through right now. This is where it got a little like, huh? What? What's going on? Remember, I'm human too. I'm here with you, okay? So just hang with me as we get through this together. All right. Look to the north. Look to the north, for that is where the army comes. This is where the plans are made. The enemies are not all that you see. I felt Sweden. I felt like the Netherlands, Finland, okay? Like that whole area of the world. I'm just feeling if there's any other countries coming up, but watch out, okay? Doesn't mean anything horrible is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're to keep an eye in that region of the world. There's some goings on that's happening, and I don't know what it is. But anyway, we tell you this not to fear, but to awaken. Do not continue to look away, but see what is truly there. You are protected from harm. But how may we help when the troubled energy continues to seep? When long-held beliefs will not be released. The troubles will amplify in these made-up structures, the stuff we buy into, okay? Those given power over others. Keep in alignment with yourselves. Brainwashing will be revealed. Guys, we're having revolutions here, like mental revolutions too, where we just wake up like, whoa, like, okay, there wasn't such a crazy idea behind that, or, oh my gosh, that is what was happening, okay? So it'll start cracking open. Every message I give you isn't just, it kind of starts within the week that we're talking about, but the energy flows on. So just be aware of that as well. Buildings will fall. We've gotten that message before. I don't know if that's metaphorical or if that's literal, so we'll just have to see. Buildings will fall. Rules will be exposed. Look to the north. Okay, I just got a creepy feeling. Okay. Okay, I associate north with up. And they're saying buildings, so thinking tall buildings. Or whatever idea, or whatever those buildings represent. Maybe it's the idea that represents is falling or starting to crack and crumble. I don't know. Ooh. Anyway, buildings will fall, rules will be exposed. Look to the north, dear ones, and here you will find. And then they trailed off, like they just kind of like dropped off. So I got this big old question mark, like, hello, where you at? And then I said, find what? And they put the trouble, period, underlined. Look to the north. This is where you will see the trouble. Natural events will occur. The earth is changing still. Honor your loved ones. Combine your strengths. Okay. You will be standing still when all is done. We leave you in peace. You are loved. So I think things are going to be heating up on the worldwide stage. We're going to still see a lot of natural disasters and, extreme weather. Of course we are. That's like a trend that's been happening. Please watch out for earthquakes. I'm not the only one I'm getting chills. I'm not the only one who's talking about that, okay? But the earth is changing. We've been saying that for a while now, but it feels like power structures are starting to get inflamed, and that's what I want to call it. So someone or a group or an organization feels as if they're not being heard enough. Again, cracks in the plan, so they try to act out. They try to really get you to understand where they're coming from and to take them seriously. It's so unnecessary. It's so toxic. What can you do? You go back in here, okay? You go back in here. You cleanse that energy. Honor your loved ones. Try to make peace. We've said this before too. The more light you have amplified within you, the more you can contribute that energy to the world. So flowing love to the world, and especially that region of the world. So if you are in places like Sweden, the Netherlands, Finland, does this mean that you need to be terrified? I don't know that it might be something that kind of impacts the people there, but it's not about that. I don't know what that means exactly, but it's not necessarily, should you be terrified? No, you should not be. But there's something happening around that region. I don't know what that is. I don't know how quickly it will happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope we get to next week and you guys are like, ha, you were so wrong. I'll be like, yes, I was. Yay, thank God, But they are telling us to keep an eye to the north. So we'll leave it there. Whew. Let's get on to the cards. All right, guys. So I found my color deck from, what is her name? Let me look again. Let me just get organized here. Ina Segal. Rochelle Sharman is the one who does the crystal deck. So we got that here. I finally found her. She was hanging out by the door over on a different shelf. We're also going to be using the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. It feels like that kind of week. If you see me constantly doing this, I got this teeny tiny little monitor that's flipped out. I'm going to try to make sure that things are not glaring off the card. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Also, I should make the announcement that I am going to be getting up the Archangel Shamuel video over on Gumroad. Shamuel helps you with so many things, finding true love, figuring out who you are in this world, self-love, finding your path, all of those things. And Archangel Ariel, the nature angel, helps you get detoxified, cleared, so that you can do material manifestations. If you're looking for prosperity and abundance, Ariel can help with that as well. I think this video will be up before I get those edited and loaded at Gumroad, but they will be available soon. Okay, if you want a personal reading with me, because it's the only way we can tune into your specific energy, go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. Thank you for your support on Patreon. If you would like to become a patron supporter, all that information is always down below. And of course, like I said, get on over to Gumroad. Check out all the courses there. It supports me in a big way, and I appreciate it so much. So let's get some more goodies about, well, what's happening for the 15th? I don't know, but we're going to get more information directly. So I'm just waving this around a candle. If you have a deck at home, please read responsibly. All right. And if you're going to clear your deck by putting it near fire, I'm just going to leave it there. just be careful. All right, guys. So please, if you can, put a hand over your heart. It feels like it's a little bit of a raw week coming up. It doesn't have to be bad from every angle, but let's all breathe together. Let's see what other messages are there for us. All right. Okay. Watch crowded places. I wonder, harm inflicted upon others. I just heard that. So there are groups that I don't even know if I want to get into this. I don't even want to use the words. Please be careful and be on alert. Listen to your instincts. Okay. So we have the Judgment. We have God. We have the Prophet. Listen to messages. Okay. And Guardian Angel, you will be protected. But is this going to be a terrifying week? It doesn't have to be on. There's all these floaties everywhere. I don't know where they came from. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of things happening in the world. The world is hurting right now. We are hurting. We have allowed things to go on for too long, unchecked. How many times have we punished somebody for speaking up, for being a whistleblower, for, stirring the beep, and we've always been down on those people. And so it's almost like as a collective, maybe unknowingly, we've sort of bullied one another into not speaking up, to not speaking out. And you will see still people, when we do start talking about things, they don't like it and they want you to shut up. So they'll come in and put you down for saying it. They're still trying it, but it ain't working, okay? It ain't working. It's so serious right now, I just use the word ain't. I mean business when I don't have proper grammar. All right. Let's get into it here. The Judgment. The bad is being seen, and help is on the way. I want to make that very clear. Help is on the way. Now, if you're only thinking of yourself, you're going to be in trouble this week. This is playing out on an individual level as well, but I want you to notice the yellow colors in this card. They're really drawing the attention to that, and that is purifying your solar plexus, your self-esteem, knowing your place in this world, your power, your courage, how you express out what you're putting out into the world. So yes, things, just to clarify, things will be happening for you on an individual level. This could be like judgment happening between friends, or cases being closed. That's what it is. Even if it is on an individual level, make sure you're not just focused just on that. This is a worldwide stage kind of thing. The judgment is case closed. Boom, gavel down. And I don't know what chapter is closing this week, but something is. And remember, the Judgment is typically where, and forgive me for putting it this way, where, the dead rise out of the graves. Like in traditional tarot, that's what, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm not a tarot reader, so if I remember correctly, isn't that what it is? And Gabriel's blowing the horn. Is this Armageddon? I don't think so. Shoot, please. Like, how many times have we talked about Armageddon? No, it's not Armageddon. But it's something in the world is coming to a conclusion. And what we thought was long gone is resurrecting back up, or it's preparing to. Now, what actually happens, I don't know. Whether we allow that to happen or not, who knows? God, God, hello, God. Let's go into the next card. So call upon God. And please know that God is the one who gives the judgment. This almost has the feeling of intervention. Now, that intervention might mean different things to different people depending on your belief systems. Okay, so we were told that we are being protected, and there are beliefs out there that we have beings watching out for us. Again, it's whatever you believe. If you believe that they're angels, awesome. I'm a little biased with that. But if you believe that it's something else watching over us, but something intervenes. Something intervenes and something gets shut down. And that was dramatic. Sorry, I don't mean to do that. It's just I'm responding to what I'm feeling right now. Anyway, God, Source Creator, is there for us. And if you're pure of heart, you know, and you're not feeding into the darkness, which if you're feeding into the darkness, I would love to say then you wouldn't be watching this video, but that's not always true. Darkness likes to track and make trouble. So I think your time is done if you're one of those dark people. Your time is done. And it might not all be resolved this week. We don't have resurrection per se here. I just think that it's like the judgment falls. Something's canceled. Okay. And you're going to be shook, honey. We could sit here all day with these little like slang terms, but you know, something is canceled. All right. And for those who are pure of heart, it's going to be a relief. There might still be time of recovery coming up to find a new way, because this is almost like somebody who's been held prisoner for so long and been brainwashed, and you know, all these things. Brainwashing keeps coming up around the message here. We've been brainwashed for so long, and then when you release them, they don't know how to be. They don't know where to be. So we have the prophet here, and we have this orange color. Now this is sort of sacral chakra creation. Okay, so the messages that are coming forward right now, they might not be what you want to hear. You might not know what to do with it, but don't dismiss it, all right? This is some hard-hitting energy coming up this week. You don't have to be scared, but you need to be on your toes, okay? Be ready to move with whatever is occurring here, guys, and know that whatever is getting torn down, whatever starts to happen, you have all the resources within you to create something better, to help create something new in the world, within yourself, okay, so on and so forth. And then finally we have the guardian angel card, which that with the God card, we're getting big messages of hope. It's like God is sending a prophet. Now, this is not a human being. So you've got a lot of crazy people out there. Yeah, I said crazy, who are like, I'm the prophet. I'm the this. No, you ain't. Go home. Have a seat. No, you're not. God is going to get that message to us probably through our guardian angels. So how do we get through this week? We pray. We work on our own energy. We work on really focusing on divine love. Maybe doing, visualization is very powerful. So doing some visualization where you send the pink light out into the world, and be really in tune with your spirit guides, your guardian angels. Okay, which to go to next? Let's go to the secret language of color cards. Let's get some more guidance here. I don't think you need to be scared of this week. I'm feeling a little hyper about it, but, listen, again, I'm human. I'm just human sitting here taking this in alongside of you. So this is just my reaction. It doesn't have to be yours. Scrub your hearts clean. That's what I said to my little nephew, Zayden, when he was taking in some other people's emotions. We have this little thing, I'm like, scrub your heart clean. So that someone else's anger doesn't have to be yours. All right. All right, so our card, red. Free yourself from pain. The number is 2. 2 is usually about balance, but this resonates with the root chakra too. Notice all the chakra colors coming up. Your sense of safety, being okay in this world. It might get a little rattled this week, but guys, you got to remain solid. You take accountability for you and for your loved ones, and for keeping yourself grounded and pure, and let the world do what it's going to do. Let the energies play out the way they're going to. All right. So please just don't let yourself get sucked into more brainwashing. That's all Sorry, I'm trying to get the non-glaring part of this. Just try not to get sucked into opinions. And it's really sad because this card says free yourself from pain. How many people do you know of who say get on the platform of Facebook and they just say obnoxious things? And it's scary because you know they actually believe it. They actually believe that and they know they're being hateful, but you might know that person and you know they're not really mean. They don't really hate people. We're seeing the programming. We're seeing people almost on autopilot. And I wonder, and I just saw like the hand come down with that, like people being on autopilot. It's like the illusion gets shattered. Try to be there for people that you know they're not bad people, but maybe they do express weird opinions, or not weird, but just weird in that it's not really who they are and you know that's not really who they are. And you love them so much and you can feel that they're a good person. Try to be there for them this week because they're the ones who are going to fall down the hardest. Imagine a puppet, is being controlled by the strings and then the puppet master has to go away and they don't know how to hold themselves up, right? They're going to collapse. So try to be there for them. Again, with the love, even if you can't physically be there with the people, be there in spirit, flow some good energy. All right, so let's get on to the crystal cards. Let me just clear this out a little bit here. I'm hoping I can edit all this together. My camera keeps stopping inexplicably. It's a brand new camera. It shouldn't really be doing that, but you guys know when we have these bigger messages like this, my equipment starts malfunctioning and all kinds of stuff starts happening. But we're stronger than that, right? Nothing's going to get us down. All right. Give us some news for January 15th. All right. Petrified wood, ancestors. Creepy. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just creepy. Because I'm saying it's creepy because like we were just talking about that judgment card and like the dead rising up. Again, don't get freaked out by that. I mean, come on, it is what it is. But this can refer to the energy of our ancestors, things that other people have been through, the mistakes we've made from history. We're learning from history. We're learning from our ancestors. And we're healing on their behalf as well. So we're not just healing ourselves, we're trying to heal them, we're trying to heal the karma. We're also going to undo some of the things that maybe was set in place by our ancestors, but we're learning from their mistakes, we're trying to right the wrongs, we're really trying to turn things around. So the petrified wood, it's almost like a life review kind of feeling. You might want to work with Archangel Jeremiah this week to really help you work through the past. And yeah, I don't know, guys. It feels like a week of work. That's what it feels like. Just like a lot of emotional work. Just trying to, clear and understand and do all of that. But remember, you have your team. God is on your side, right? And the angels are there with you. So truly, you have nothing to fear. All right, guys. So please be meditating this week. I am sending you so much love and take care.